Hello, welcome to episode 3 of my talks that I do, that I'm starting to do every day just because I'm bored. I was going to talk today about homeless people. There's a lot of homeless people in the city that I live in, and I sometimes give them money. I sometimes give them like $1 or $2. By sometimes, I mean like once a year. I don't know. It's hard to give people money, man. I don't know what it is, but it's hard because I would like to receive money, but it's hard to give it. Like even even like $1 or $2. I don't know why. And I don't know. And then it makes me feel bad. Then I think, oh man, I'm not a good person. I won't even give this guy, who's homeless, who got no teeth, who has a banjo. I think the last one who I saw had a banjo. I won't even give him $2 just to get I don't know, he doesn't have any teeth, just to get some mashed potatoes. My God. Because then if I give a homeless guy $2 one day, do I have to give him the next day? Do I have to give it to him on Friday? Like, how many times do I have to give the money? This is my predicament. This is my thing. But I don't really give them money. Sometimes I do. Sometimes you see people with like no legs. You're just like, fuck. You're like, holy shit, bro. You got no legs. What are you doing out here, man? But yeah, man. But if you want to give homeless people money, whatever. Do your thing. I don't care. But I was going to talk about, people feel bad for homeless people. And there's all these programs and these things because they have hard lives. And it's true. But, there are other people in the world that have tough lives, dude. There's other people that we should be, like helping. Like fat girls with small tits. Have you seen them? Have you seen them just walking around? It's sad, man. It's very sad. Because think about usually when I see fat girls, a lot of fat girls have big tits because a lot of their fat goes to their tits. And that's pretty good. Like if you're a fat girl, it sucks being fat. But then if you have these big titties, like that's not bad. Like you can find a guy that's going to have sex with you with those big tits. Like me. I've done it. I'll do it again. I like big tits. I've definitely had sex with girls, not even for the pussy, but just for the tits, because I like big tits. But if you're a fat girl and you don't even have the big tits, like you just have small tits, like, dude, you got fat in all the wrong places. Like that can't be a good life, I think. That's a hard life, man. Because who's going to want to love that? Who's going to want to? People do. Like, I still see a couple of them in relationships, and, maybe you should. But who's going to want to, though? Because you're just fat. You got no tits. Like, And I don't think, we talk about it enough. Because when I see them on the street, I try to put myself in other people's shoes. So I see fat girls with small tits on the street, and I just look at them, and I just feel bad. I'm like, oh, they can't be having a good time. There's no way that they have found love in life, because who's going to want to fuck that? So, I wish, I could like, I wish it was like socially acceptable for me to like walk up to them and be like, hey, how's it going? My name's Oscar. I saw you from across the street. I just wanted to give you, here's $10. Hopefully it helps. And then she goes, oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you very much. It's been pretty tough, but this $10 is going to help. I'm like, yeah, so are you going to like get like a breast implants or lipo? What's going to go on? She goes, well, right now, I'm just trying to get some bigger tits right now. So I'm probably going to do the breast implants. I'm probably going to get one tit first, probably just my right one, because, the right one's always better. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I'll work on the other one. Yeah, I don't have money right now to get both. And I'm like, yeah. And they'll be like, well, that sounds like a plan, and, I hope everything works out for you. All right, bye. I wish I could do that because I feel bad for them too. I don't feel bad just for homeless people. I feel bad for the girl, the fat girl with the small tits. I don't think they're living a good life. I don't think they have any love. I don't think guys are asking them out. I don't think that they're living well. And it's sad. And we got to help them too. We got to help them too. We have to start talking about them. It should be cancer patients, homeless people, fat girls with small tits. That should be the three, people that we're just donating to. Tough lives. And I don't see it talked about enough. There's protests for everything else, for like wars and, like racism and sexism. But I never see that. I don't see, the picket signs, fat girls, no titties. No titty fat girl. So, yeah, man. If you see one, just, say hi. Like, hey, how's it going? They're living tough lives, man. Yeah, that's kind of it. Well, I'll see you guys later. Bye.